What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex Yu, and you're watching The Road to TF5. This is just Webster's. We're talking about Transformers 5. This is episode number 24. And in this episode, I don't really have anything that substantial to report to you guys. There really isn't a whole lot going on. It's the very early stages of pre-production. And what's going on right now is that Akiva Goldsman is leading his team of writers in the writer's room to create the Transformers cinematic universe. So they're in the very early stages of pre-production, and there really hasn't been anything that big to announce, or rather update, that is worth making headlines. So what do I really got to talk about? Well, I've been doing a little bit of investigation, and the only way you can investigate is to get into the lives of these writers. Now, I haven't been doing anything like in terms of like spy work or any like kind of recon or anything. I've just been doing what I can do from the comfort of my office with my computer, and that is I've been checking out their Twitter profiles. Some of these writers do have Twitter profiles, and the most recent update from a Twitter profile of one of the writers is from Lindsay Beer. Now, we've already seen that update. It's a group photo of all the writers with Bumblebee. This is our team of writers, and they are responsible for creating the next, 8, 9, 10 movies, or rather the stories for the 8, 9, or 10 movies that are going to be coming out for the Transformers Cinematic Universe. So if there's anything you don't like, thank these guys right here. But anyway, so I've been checking out their Twitter profiles. I've been looking up to see if they even have Twitter profiles. Now, not all of them do have Twitter profiles. We already know that Lindsay Beer has one, and I've been doing a little bit of looking up of the Twitter profiles for these other writers, and I also found that Zach Penn also has one as well. He took a photo with Bumblebee. That's nothing really that substantial to really update you guys on, but it's still good to know that we can check out his Twitter profile to see if he's tweeted anything that could mean something. So that's the kind of investigation that I've been doing recently. So let's look at Stephen DeKnight's Twitter profile. He's been pretty active, considering that he's been working on, or rather has worked on, Daredevil, which is a really, really great series. Okay, so let's see what he has been tweeting. And he mentioned, as a response to this Twitter question, any chance of the Headmasters and Target Masters popping up in TF5? I can reveal nothing except that the Transformers think tank is filled with smart, talented, amazing people. All right? He didn't really tell us anything. After all, he's not really allowed to tell us anything at all, but he did mention that he's with a really good team of writers. Okay, let's see what else we can find out. Okay? Was Transformers the thing that kept you from Daredevil Season 2? What a work of art Season 1 was. No. Okay, so that really didn't have anything to do with Transformers. Let's see what else he has to say. He says, the Decepticons have a new friend. And what he was referring to is this link, this page that takes you to Deadline.com, and it's just a page talking about the fact that there's going to be more writers added to the writers' room, which is already complete. All right, so he was just mentioning about that. He says, Mr. DeKnight, I was wondering if you had anything on the schedule in the meantime when you're not working on Daredevil. He's got Transformers Think Tank from Paramount and have a movie I wrote that I'm supposed to direct soonish. So he's not 100% completely working on the Transformers cinematic universe. I mean, he's working on several projects. He's got Transformers, and he also has a film that he wants to direct. Okay, so yeah, he will be involved in several projects which are not 100% related to Transformers. Okay, anything else we can find? He says, for those wondering, Transformers isn't the feature I had to leave Daredevil for, just a cool project that popped up and fit in my schedule. So that's just referring to the previous tweet. He said that he has another movie he needs to work on. What else do we have? Okay, you know what? There's not much more that Stephen DeKnight revealed to us, but let's just look over at Lindsay Beer. Lindsay Beer is actually quite active on her Twitter profile, and I really wasn't able to find anything other than that photo she tweeted previously, but I was able to find a couple of pages that she decided to retweet. Okay, now this is very, very interesting. Okay, check this out. She tweeted a couple of links from Kotaku. Okay, Kotaku is a website that that's about like nerdy things. Okay, like really geeky and nerdy things. And the page that she tweeted was a Kotaku blog article that says Hasbro keeps milking 80s Transformers nostalgia for all it's worth. Okay, and as you can see right here, you have Bruticus. And there's, I don't know who that is, but then there's also Skylinks over there. And then she also retweeted another blog article, and that is the first all-female Transformers Combiner team revealed. Now, this is something that I find is pretty substantial, okay? This could mean something. The fact is that these writers are looking for inspiration, because I don't think any of these writers are actually fans of Transformers, like fans of Transformers that actually grew up during the 80s and watched Transformers. I just am not positively sure that they're actual fans of Transformers from the very, very beginning. So because of that, they have to do their research and learn about it. And one of those things that Lindsay Beer has looked at is, of course, the fact that there are combiners. Like, for example, right here in this Kotaku article, it says Stunticons, Aerialbots, Devastator, Ultra Magnus, Megatron, Thundercracker. So she's beginning to learn all the characters, but she learned about, like combiners. Just like it says here, Stunticons, Aerobots, and Devastator, as well as, now this is the most interesting part, the first all-female Transformers Combiner team revealed, Victorion. So she has read the article, she has read, she's looked at the actual toys, and of course, if you look at these articles, that means you're doing your research, okay? And that's why she retweeted it. She retweeted it to acknowledge the fact that she read it. And because of this, what I'm taking away from this is that we're going to see combiners, okay? The reason why I say that is because you have 10 movies. Combiners makes a huge part of the Transformers universe, especially in G1. And for 10 movies, at some point in time in these 10 movies, we have to see some combiner in one form or another. Transformers Revenge of the Fallen was the very first time we saw the combiners. In fact, it was a very combiner-centric film. We had Devastator. We had Optimus Prime combining with Jetfire. We also had the concept of the RC sisters combining, which never happened, but they were supposed to combine. Okay? We also have Skids and Mudflap, which when they combined, they formed the ice cream truck. So Michael Bay really just capitalized on the combiner concept, and he brought us the combiners. And of course, the most notable combiner from Transformers Revenge of the Fallen was, of course, Devastator. But that was Devastator done poor justice. Like, the character just was not done any justice at all. He was a background character, just like how the Dinobots were background characters in Transformers Age of Extinction. And I think that with Lindsay Beer being a female writer and finding out that there's a female combiner that's just introduced recently to the universe, I think that she might want to capitalize on that. I think she might want to bring, that diversity into the mix. It's something we don't really get a whole lot of in the Transformers live-action universe. I mean, we've only seen RC, which totally got wiped out by a Bone Crusher clone of some sort. But that's what happened, and it wasn't really meaningful. Her existence wasn't meaningful. She was just there. Okay, so I think that with Lindsay Beer on board, knowing that there's a Transformer, a female combiner, I think she could. I mean, if she were to bring Victorion on board, I think she would make the characters very, I guess, stronger. Make them have a stronger role in the movie. Make them more substantial. Give them more substance. Give them more character. So I think that that's something that could happen, or at least a variation of it. All right. I mean, it is, after all, a female combiner. They can tweak it as much as they can, but still, at the end of the day, you still have to stay close to the source material, and the source material is right there, the new toy of Victorion. Okay? So, like I said, take this with a grain of salt. It doesn't necessarily mean that she's going to be in it. It might be a completely new character, but the fact is that Lindsay Bear is acknowledging the fact that these characters do exist, and she's looking for inspiration, and maybe, just maybe, we will see combiner wars, okay? I mean, if you're going to bring in combiners, you should bring in combiners with a plural. There should be more of them. One combiner going up against another combiner, or something like that, all right? Just bringing in one combiner, that's not good enough. Transformers has a lot of combiners in it. Just bring us combiner wars. But it's really all up to the writers, and I'm so glad to know that they're doing their research, as you can see right here from these two articles, okay? So there you have it. That's all I got to say in this video. I'm really just speculating, but at least I want to report something that has happened from what I can find out, and that is these writers are searching around for inspiration, and the only way to do that is by looking at the actual source material, and they're doing that, okay? So if you want to see the most, I guess true to the source material Transformers live action story ever told, now's the time to stay tuned. Anyways, so that's all I gotta say in this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna do my best to get you guys more information as we go along, but right now, just like I said, we're in the very early stages of development and pre-production, so there won't be a whole lot, but eventually we'll start seeing more. And that's all I gotta say in this video. As always, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter, @RaginNation. My name's Alex Yu. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace. After that super saturation, the writers will figure out not one but numerous films that will extend the universe. If one of the writers discovers an affinity for